I'm Joe Eisma, you're watching NCP TV.
Hi, it's David again, and this time I'm with Maya, who is dressed as, of course, Kaylee from Firefly. This looks amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I worked really hard on getting it as screen accurate as possible.
And you actually, even you yourself look screen accurate.
Well, that's thanks to my parents. So.
It's just good genetics. Did you do the umbrella as well?
No, this was actually a gift. But it's made by Firefly Cargo Bay. They like hand make them, and I think that's really like cool.
And did you do the other?
Yeah, the rest of this is it's not handmade, but it's really heavy modified. I added the patches and took it in and like added the zipper, and wrote the characters on it, and like added this pocket and took off the sleeves. It was like a lot of work. And then this one is actually hand embroidered.
So what made you decide to come as Kaylee, other than sort of the...
That's it, yeah. I had been told for like several years that I looked like her, and I finally went and watched the show and
fell in love with it?
Yeah, like how could you not? And I just started, and then I like tried it 2 years ago. Was my first New York Comic Con. I dressed like her. So many people took my picture, and ever since I've been like, this is the second iteration. I had coveralls, but they weren't really screen accurate. Right. And then I like made these and worked really hard on them. So like, I feel really proud of that.
Maybe for year 3 you could try the ball gown version.
I have it. I do have it. I would never bring it to this convention because I'd be too worried about people stepping on it. But if you check out my website, I have pictures, and I actually have pictures with a bunch of the cast.
Plug your website.
Yeah, absolutely. My website is askkayleefry.tumblr.com, or you can find me on Facebook also as Ask Kaylee Fry.
So just to do like a slightly serious question.
Yeah, absolutely.
The cosplay is not consent movement. I think it's brilliant.
Absolutely.
And it's obvious it's a problem. I've even just walking around here, it's been pretty good, but there's a couple of occasions where I felt like that's maybe a bit dodgy. Have you had any sort of bad experiences yourself? What do you think of the movement?
I think it's a great movement, and I'm so happy that New York Comic Con has been putting up like the signs for it and like making it like rubbing it in people's faces. The one thing I feel like people don't realize, and I have this issue a lot, is that you need to ask to take someone's picture, and a lot of people will like walk by and take your picture. It's like, you don't know if that's a minor, you don't know like if their parents are okay with that, like you don't know if they're having a bad day, and what you're gonna take is a really ugly picture that they're not gonna want online. So like, ask them, and chances are they'll say yes, and you'll get a way better picture.
Yeah, you'll get a pose and stuff.
Right, exactly, and like that's gonna be a lot better than you like shadily walking by trying to take a couple blurry
especially
pictures.
They were kind of like that. It looks weird.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, a nice fluffy question just to finish up with. Not counting the Firefly universe, if you could live in any fictional universe, which one would it be? Well, you can say Firefly if you want.
Maybe Firefly? Wow, that's hard. I think Firefly is really like modern in terms of a lot of stuff, and I like that about it. Like you get to, I really like fantasy also, but fantasy is so like, oh, we're gonna kill a lot of people, and I'm like, oh, I'd like to not die. So.
Whenever anybody says the Game of Thrones universe, I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah, like.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. It's been awesome. Have a good con.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.
So is this your first time in New York Comic Con?
It is not. This is my 3rd year.
3rd year. What's your cosplay and what inspired it?
Well, I really wanted to cosplay as Slender Man. This is Slender Man, but because I'm neither tall nor a man, I kind of decided to do my own variation of it.
You're kind of like a captured person by Slender Man?
I'm a victim of him, yeah.
Yeah.
Got me.
That's a really original idea. How long did it take you to make this?
It took a couple of days of just on and off work. My mom helped me construct a lot of it. I guess 3 days maybe.
Seems like it would take a lot longer than a couple of days. This is pretty elaborate.
It is. Yes, yeah, the cage. This definitely is the biggest project in terms of construction that I've ever done.
Okay.
For a costume.
How long have you been here today?
I've been here for maybe almost 2 hours.
2 hours? You've been stopped a lot already?
Yeah, I'm glad though that I can get through the crowd. It's not too crowded that you can't enjoy yourself or walk through with a costume. It's pretty good. It's a good turnout though.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, I'm here with a mechanized Harley Quinn. What would you describe this character as?
I describe this as Unicorn Gundam Harley Quinn, and it's basically, like you said, Mecha Harley Quinn. It's not. I haven't seen anything like this done before, so I thought, why not?
No, I've never seen this.
Yeah.
This is definitely the first.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you very much. It took forever. I started this in June, finished 2 days ago, and here I am, and I can barely move. But it's
What
okay.
kind of material is it made out of?
Foam board, like Elmer's foam board, just everything. And some of this is like Eva foam, but everything is just foam board.
And you designed and built it all yourself?
I based the design off of Banshee or Unicorn Gundam, the MS Girl version, the figurine, and I just tweaked some things, and mainly the color to give it that Harley Quinn look.
Yeah.
And the headpiece to make it look like the Jester Harley Quinn, and made everything really angular, and it came out alright.
Do you think there's a mecha Joker somewhere in the crowd for you today?
I hope so, and if I see him or her, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to shut this place down and take pictures of that person.
Do you have
They're
Do you have like a cosplay website or Facebook or anything?
I do not. I rarely cosplay. It's actually only for New York Comic Con that
Really?
I cosplay, and
How many-
I go all out.
How many New York Comic Cons have you done?
This is my third one. So my first year I was Loki, my second year I was Bane, and now I'm Harley Quinn.
That's awesome. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Joe Eisma. Joe, how do you like New York?
Oh, love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. I think the people here are really cool. Is this your first time at New York Comic Con?
Not my first time. Here's my first time having a table in Artist Alley, but
Okay.
I've been here several times.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think people would know you from Morning Glories, which
That's right.
we've talked about on the show. It's one of my favorite books. I love Morning
Thank
Glories.
you. Thank you.
I always tell people it's like Lost meets Pretty Little Liars,
That's nice.
or somewhere around there. Anyway,
Yeah, that's really accurate.
what was it like? In the beginning process of Morning Glories, like whenever you were first, coming up with the concepts and everything.
Oh man, it's hard to believe it was like 5 years ago. Actually, we started it in the
Wow.
summer of 2009, and it was a really easy development. Nick had a pretty clear, vision in mind
Yeah.
what he wanted. So the pitch came together really fast. We did the first like 12 or 13 pages of the first issue, and wrapped that up in June of 2009. July 2009, pitched it to Image at San Diego, and they picked it up there.
Yeah, Image is doing a lot of really good things right now. I think there's better stuff coming out of Image than out of the main two right now. Whenever you first heard about the story, when he was first pitching you the ideas and you're coming up with drawing the characters and stuff, what types of things was he like, asking about, in each character? And how much freedom did you have in coming up with the characters?
Well, early on, Gossip Girl was kind of a design influence, especially because the kind of upper class look, the schoolgirl outfits they had in that show. That was a big one, and he gave me like a list of actors and actresses, to kind of use as templates for some of the characters, but the rest of it, he was really open to kind of. Like there were characters that he was a little bit more open to just my interpretation and yeah.
Are there any characters in the book that you based off of you or people that you know personally?
Oh yeah. I there's lots of people that I know in the books. The character of Ian, for instance, Truant, is actually based sort of on a kid that was at my comic shop up in the Dallas area when I was when I first moved up there, and he's just very much the kind of, I guess, stereotype of the nerd type, and so he came together really easily.
Does he know that he was based on this?
No, I didn't know him personally. I would just see him in the shop.
Yeah, I got you. And it's very much like a TV show. Mm-hmm. What TV shows are you watching right now?
Oh man, well, I started watching Gotham. I'm a couple episodes behind.
I've heard it's really good. I still haven't watched the first episode.
I liked it.
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, I'm really behind on most of my TV shows. I still watch South Park. I love just, because Morning Glories is a really kind of dark and serious book sometimes. Yeah. So I really like to watch comedies to kind of break them all. So I'll watch South Park and then stupid stuff like Two Broke Girls, because it's just, it's kind of, I can turn off my brain for a little while.
Well, that's interesting, because I was going to ask you, like, what types of things that you watch in movies and TV shows influenced Morning Glories. Oh, yeah. And I like how it's kind of the opposite. You kind of use other entertainment as a way to break away from that type of storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, it's, that's the kind of stuff that I need at the end of the day whenever, I'm done doing this. But, like, specifically, a lot of stuff actually did influence Morning Glories, like Lost, obviously, and I'm a huge fan of Ridley Scott, Alfred Hitchcock, and Stanley Kubrick. And I am constantly watching their movies while I'm drawing, because
a lot of imagery in those movies.
Yeah. And just the way that they crafted their frame, in their films, it's awesome.
What did you think of Prometheus?
I liked Prometheus. I am very well aware it has some extremely ridiculous problems, but it's a great start, and it was very pretty. It was very. The cinematography, the production design on it was amazing.
I love the look of it. I'm with you. I love it. If you were doing this interview, this is kind of a patented question. If you were doing this interview, what question would you wish that we had asked you, or something like that? What question do you wish I had asked you?
Let's see. What would I? Who is my favorite X-Man, I guess?
Who's your favorite X-Man?
Nightcrawler, obviously.
Nightcrawler, obviously.
Yeah. He's the best.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.